Hello and welcome to the Eastern Idaho planning briefing for the first day of February 2021. What you'll see in this presentation is that we're expecting a cold and quiet Monday, and then clouds and precipitation will begin late tonight in the western edge of our forecast area, which would be in central Idaho. The winter storm intensifies on Tuesday. It peaks Tuesday night and then lingers into Wednesday through the afternoon or so. With this storm, expect rain and snow on the floor of the Snake River Plain and 6 and more inches in the Sawtooth, Wood River Basin, and possibly the Island Park area. And you may see an advisory issued for those areas later this afternoon. And we are expecting a weaker storm to start on Friday, possibly in the late night hours on Thursday night and the early morning hours of Friday. So here's the current satellite image, and you can see there's a pretty well-developed low out here. This is what will be coming through. It will split. Portion of it will go down to the south, but another portion will move straight through the Pacific Northwest and through Idaho, with the cold front swinging through sometime on Tuesday night, bringing temperatures colder. And this will not be replaced by anything right away. The storm track will have the ridge over the eastern Pacific, and the storm track will be a lot further north. So the storms later, after this next one, will come from a more northwesterly direction. They will have less snowfall associated with them, and also will stay colder. And so it may be finally an all-snow event for some of our lower elevations. So here's what we're looking at for today. Just a slight chance of snow, and that would be for late tonight, probably after midnight for the Sawtooth and Lemhi County areas. And then on Tuesday in the morning, it should start. Rain and snow, a very sloppy mixture down in the Snake Plain, the Magic Valley, and even the South Hills in the lower elevations at any rate. And then light snow for the Southeast Highlands and the Eastern Highlands and the Lost River area. And the most heavily affected areas on tomorrow into tomorrow night would be the Wood River area and the Sawtooth. And then Lemhi County, not as much. So the brunt of it being experienced by people in Sun Valley and the Stanley areas. On Wednesday, actually during the overnight hours, it will transition from the heaviest areas being in central Idaho to being eastern Idaho. And so the southeast and eastern highlands from, all the lands that border Wyoming, from the Montana border south to the Utah border, we'll see probably some moderate snow. That's where we're expecting it. And then the snow continues, though, for central Idaho mountains, as you can see here, with the exception of Lemhi County, where it should start to tail off. So you also see that on Wednesday we are expecting some winds. And then on Thursday, this snow does not develop until definitely late on Thursday, probably Thursday night, and it continues into Friday. This is light snow, probably will not require any sort of advisory issuance, which means it should stay below 6 inches. And just in the areas that are in contact with this, there is a slight chance of some snow in those other areas, but it is just slight. All right, so let's watch this snowstorm evolve. Here's late night tonight, basically after 11 p.m. You can see most of the snow is limited to areas just outside our boundary. And then Tuesday morning until 11 a.m., you see the snow starts to pick up here in the central Idaho mountains with 1 to 2 inches in Stanley, and probably about the same here at the summit in Galena. And it continues into the afternoon and into the night, and finally during the evening hours on Tuesday it will start on the western side, the eastern side of our forecast area, especially along that border with Montana and Wyoming. And you can see it spread south during the late night hours on Tuesday. And this is where, the chances of getting some light snow peak basically during the late night hours Tuesday night. And you can see here Wednesday, this is for the entire 12-hour period, that it's pretty uniform over both the central Idaho mountains and especially the eastern and southern highlands, and even getting into just some light snow for the Snake River Plain in eastern Magic Valley. And this is a storm total of everything you've seen. So it will get to what we call advisory level, which would be the second shade of yellow here. There's a few limited areas where it could get more, and so we do need to watch that. And but it should stay fairly weak in terms of snowfall amounts. And so I would expect that you would see a winter weather advisory for some moderate snow in this area here, and then in this area here, with this one going much longer into Wednesday, this one probably tailing off midday on Wednesday. Here's a look at the winds for this morning. A little bit of gusty wind down there in the Shoshone area and areas in the northern end of the eastern Magic Valley, but otherwise fairly light. That continues into the afternoon and slackens during tonight. And you can see the winds starting to turn around in some of these areas from being north to northeast to east to eventually here on Wednesday. You can see they're out of the west and southwest, and they're increasing again. Wednesday should be the windiest day, and you can see some of those winds getting to 20 to 25 miles an hour, which would be able to move snow if there was a lot of it down here. This is the one location where it's probably mostly going to be rain, which makes it very hard to get blowing snow. So let's take a look at those temperatures. The mean rain, here's today. Temperatures getting above freezing even in places like Rexburg and Ashton. And then overnight falling below freezing. But you can see with the cloud cover, not getting much below freezing. We've been in the teens during the overnight hours lately in the Snake River Plain, and that will not be the case for the lower Snake River Plain in eastern Magic Valley for tonight. And then here on Tuesday, you can see a continued warming trend, especially in the southern areas. And then Wednesday morning, the cold front has passed. Still some cloud cover, so it's still pretty mild, but you can see how it's chilled off here where this cloud cover is thinner in the central Idaho mountains. And then here are the warm temperatures then for Wednesday. Not quite as warm as it was previous day. And you see how much colder it has turned here for Thursday morning. And then high temperature on Thursday continue to cool down. You can see now the freezing level is down to Blackfoot, and to the south and west is where you're going to get the temperatures above freezing. That's all I have. If you have any further questions, you can always contact us at this telephone number or check out the weather yourself at weather.gov/Pocatello. Thanks for watching.